I would like to say that this sort of thing is very important, and we want to encourage Christian-Muslim dialogue so much. We want to hear from the Muslims. We want to hear from the Christians. You know, I don't believe so much in monologues, where a preacher will preach and everybody has to listen to him, and he believes that everybody must accept what he says, or he expects everyone to accept what he says without hearing from the other side. So I believe that Muslims should preach to Christians, speak to Christians, let the Christians hear the views of the Muslims. And also I believe that the Christians should also speak to Muslims, preach to Muslims, and let the Muslims hear the views of the Christian. And whether you accept the message or not is going to be between you and God. But there is a judgment day. You know, we should think about that. So if we have this understanding, if we have the spirit of friendship, if we have the culture of interfaith friendship, there will be less violence. There will be less hatred in the society. Thank you very much. So now the next session we are going into is the rebuttal session. The rebuttal session. You have, Muritala, you have heard the presentation of Korede. Korede, you have heard the presentation of Muritala. So in the rebuttal session, Muritala will address the points raised by Korede and do as much as possible to counter them. And then Korede will also address the presentation made by Muritala and do as much as he can do to counter them. So rebuttal session is 10 minutes. So Mr. Muritala Ogunfemi, please come up to the microphone.
Thank you. I was amazed watching my friend Korede mixing things upside down. Maybe he's trying to use a style of metaphor because it's not straightforward. He said, Allah said we should emulate Prophet Muhammad, Quran 33 verse 21. I don't know how come that will link to paradise or hell. So, I'm going to claim Luke chapter 2 verse 11, that maybe a child was born to save. Maybe I have to return him. In the book of Matthew, chapter 15, verse 24, the first speech, Jesus said, I will not send only to the lost sheep of Israelites. Anything about Jesus goes along with the Jews, not you, Christian. If you can proceed in that particular verse, that Matthew 15, 21 to 26, a particular woman came to Jesus trying to seek help from Jesus to heal his daughter. Jesus don't give the woman attention. And the disciple now called Jesus, Master, answer her. Jesus said, the food for the children is not meant for the dog. That means, according to Jesus, the non-Jews are dogs to Jesus. So if you can move to Matthew chapter 7 verse 6, Jesus said, do not give good thing to the dog. So Jesus Christ is referring to the non-Jews as dog. So I don't know how Mr. Korede is now clenching himself along with Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ that has nothing to offer you. So he said again, he quoted Quran 46 verse 9, that Muhammad is not sure of where he's going. Maybe my brother is just reading Quran as he's reading complete sport news. These are the higher that caution we Muslims not to turn Prophet Muhammad to God as our patron. Muhammad is nothing than a messenger of Allah. That's Quran 5, Quran 4, Quran 3, sorry, verse 144. So, I don't know what Mr. Korede is trying to elaborate now. He said Muhammad is not sure of where he's going. If Muhammad is not sure where he's going, that the Muslim too, their faith is mirage. We don't even know what's going to happen to us. as my brother is saying here. So we will read Quran chapter 33 verse 35. I proceed. Verily, the Muslim, those who submit to Allah in Islam, men and women, the believer men and women who believe in Islamic monetarism, the men and the women who are obedient to Allah, the men and women who are truthful in their speech and deed, the men and women who are patient in performing all the duties which Allah has ordained, and in abstaining from that Allah has forbidden. The men and women who are humble before their Lord, Allah, the men and women who give sadaqah, zakat and good alms, and men and women who observe salat, the obligatory fast during the months of Ramadan, and the option, nawafil fasting, the men and women who guide their chastity from illegal sexual acts, and the men and women who remember Allah much with their heart and tongue. Allah prepare for them forgiveness and a great reward, paradise. So maybe Mr. Korede doesn't know what he's talking about. This is where God grants and promises to the Muslim men and women, and I hope you are listening to all the attributes that we have to do before we can gain this paradise. So Muslim men and women are starting to paradise. Our Quran 385. Okay, let me read Quran 68 verse 3.
5 minutes more.
Okay, sir. Quran 68 verse 3. Mr. Korede tell me that Muhammad is not sure of where he's going. Okay, maybe you will need my prayer if he does not listen to Quran. And verily, for you, Muhammad, will be an endless reward. These are the ayah that Allah said that Muhammad will be in endless reward. And verily, you, Muhammad, will be, okay, sorry. And verily, you, Muhammad, are on exalted standard. Muhammad is exalted standard, good characters, everything. I can't mention it all. So maybe Mr. Korede has to come and explain the Matthew 20 verse 20 to 23 for us. Let me read. I'll proceed. And he came. Sorry. Matthew chapter 20, verse 20 to 23. And when the disciples saw it, they marveled, saying, how? Sorry, I'm reading 21.
Minutes more.
Okay, Matthew 20, verse 20 to 23. Then came to him the mother of Zebedee, children with her sons, worshiping him, and desiring certain things of him. And he said unto her, what will we do? She said unto him, grant that these my 2 sons may sit, the one on the right and the one on the left, in the kingdom of God. But Jesus answered and said, ye know not what you ask. Are you able to drink of the cup that I shall drink of, and to be baptized with the baptism that I am baptized with. They say unto him, we able. And he said unto them, you shall drink indeed of my cup and be baptized with the baptism that I am baptized with. But to sit on the right hand and on the left is not mine. Jesus Christ, he said, it's not mine, but it shall be given to them for whom it is prepared of my Father. That means Jesus Christ can't grant anybody else except Allah. And Quran chapter 3 verse 85. And whosoever seek a religion other than Islam, it will never be accepted of him, and in the hereafter he will be one of the losers. So anybody that die as in a stage of Islam, heaven is certain, and whoever that do not will be again the loser. May Allah don't make us a loser. So we have no option. We have no
1 minute more.
We have no any other option than to accept Islam as a religion that leads to paradise. Jesus had nothing to offer Christians. I'm okay.
All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Muritala Ogunfemi, the Muslim speaker. We have heard his rebuttal to the presentation made by Korede, and at this time, without much ado, I'll be inviting the Christian speaker to come and present his own rebuttal for 10 minutes. Mr. Korede Olawoyin.
All right, I'm glad I'm able to come again to do a rebuttal to some of the things that my brother said, because these are some of the things that the Muslims throw against the Christians, especially when the Christians are ministering to them. These are verses that the Muslims throw against the Christian, and a Christian that is not well grounded, does not understand so much about the Bible, will be so amazed, and some of them have even converted because of these verses. But in a dialogue like this, we'll be able to look at those verses, and they will be able to see if they really talk about, if they really support the objection of the Muslims, concerning their presentation or not. I want to take a look at Matthew chapter 20 to 23, because that has to do with the topic of discussion, salvation. My brother said that Jesus could not grant his followers paradise, and I guess he's trying to do that because we were able to see from the Quran, we're able to see from the Quran how Allah could not save any Muslim. You understand? Because he could not save his prophet, which is Muhammad, and by extension, he couldn't even save the Muslim. Because we're told that Muhammad is the best example for mankind. I brought out the verse for you because whatever Muhammad does, or whatever Allah does to Muhammad, is by extension is doing to all Muslims. Whatever promises Allah gives to Muhammad is by extension given to all Muslims. So if Muhammad is giving a promise from Allah that, you are guaranteed of your sins forgiven, you are guaranteed of salvation, then all the Muslims follow suit. But if Allah could not even give Muhammad that assurance of salvation, then you as a Muslim, you are in trouble. Because your own follower, the person that Allah told you that, come on, if you want to get to me, pattern your life towards this person. The person that you're patterning your life towards cannot even be sure from Allah himself that is going to be saved. Now let me read Matthew chapter 20 verse 20 and then to 23. I'm going to be very fast about this. Now they came to him, the mother of Zebedee's children, with her son, worshiping him. Although we're not talking about the deity of Christ anyway. They come worshiping him, desiring a certain thing of him. What did they desire? We read in 21. And he said unto her, what wilt thou? What do you want? She said unto him, grant that these my sons may sit one on the right hand and the other on the left in thy kingdom. Please, I want you to take note of the request. This woman did not come and say, please grant these people paradise. Or let me say, grant these people a place in your kingdom. That's not what it's saying. It's not saying that. Let's read that again. It says that, please grant that these two sons sit, one on your right, one on your left. So the woman is not even bothered about those guys being in the kingdom. She knows they're going to be in the kingdom, all right. She knows that. So if we're going to be interpreting what Muritala is saying, that means that the woman knew already that these guys are going to be in paradise. But our own concern is that Jesus, while you guys are in the paradise, why they are in your kingdom, make sure one is sitting at your right hand side and one at your left hand side. That's what the woman is asking for. It's not what my brother is saying. The verse never said that the woman come asking for paradise for his children. He never said that. So what the verse is saying is actually different from what, my brother is quoting. And in order to confirm that, let me just open John chapter 14 verse 6. Here is Jesus again assuring the disciples. You see, Jesus does not leave us in a shadow of doubt. He knew that his disciples might be troubled, that after he left, after he's gone, what's going to befall of them? We did have that assurance that what he said is true. And look at what Jesus said in John 14 verse 1. He says, let not your heart be troubled. Muhammad's heart is in trouble. I'm going to show you that shortly in the hadith. Muhammad's heart is in trouble. The Muslim's heart are in trouble. A Muslim cannot guarantee, cannot specifically tell you that he's going to Allah's paradise. He cannot give you that guarantee. He's going to tell you, inshallah. He's not sure. He can never be sure because Allah has never given that assurance to any Muslim. I'm going to get to the other verse he's talking about. Look at what Jesus said. He said, in my father's house are many mansions. If it were not so, I would have told you, I go to prepare a place for you. I go to prepare a place for you. So these guys are sure that they're going to be there. But the mother was concerned about the position. That's what the mother is concerned about. Please let them sit, one at your right hand side, one at your left hand side. So that has nothing to do with salvation. Jesus already assured his disciples that don't worry, you guys will be saved. You are already saved. You understand? He are already assured, but we don't have such assurance from the Quran. Now, I want to read it.
5 minutes more.
Okay, please, let me make it snappy. I'm going to be reading from the hadith now because my brother here is saying that Muhammad was just being humble. Allah wants him to be humble, and he wants, by extension, all Muslims to be humble. So that when you are being asked, such question, you will say, no, don't worry, it's Allah that will help me. I can't be so sure. You see, it is beyond that. Muhammad was not just so humble. It's not about humbleness. He was not sure. I'm going to prove that from the hadith. I'm going to read Sahih Bukhari, volume 5, number 266. Now, before I read this hadith, I want to read something at the back of the hadith. I want to read it to my hearing of my brother so that you can hear what the scholars, those are the people that believe, that know much about Islam. He's also a Muslim, but there are some people that are his tutor, people that he will go to for lecturing. Now look at what they say. It says, all Muslim scholars, check this out, all Muslim scholars are agreed. I know you might not be able to see, that's what I'm reading at the back here. All Muslim scholars, the volume, Sahih Bukhari, volume 5, number 266. But what I'm reading right now is not in the hadith itself. This is like an epilogue at the back of the hadith. Yeah, so that's what I'm going to be reading. It says, all Muslim scholars are agreed that Sahih Bukhari is the most authentic and reliable book after the book of Allah. Sahih Bukhari was compiled by Abdullah Muhammad ibn Ismail ibn al-Mughira ibn al-Mughira al-Bukhari. There are 7,563 ahadiths in the great collection. Imam Bukhari collected ahadith over a period of 16 years. He stated that before writing any hadith in this book, he performed Salat al-Istikhara, offered 2 rakat prayer for guidance from Allah. And when he was sure of his authenticity, he included that in the Sahih, meaning that whatever this guy included here in the Sahih is authentic, because Sahih actually means authentic. So whatever we have in this book is authentic. And they say, Dr. Muhammad Mushikan translated this book in simple and easy language. We wish that all people of the world, check this out, all people of the world, and the Muslims in particular, implement the teachings of the Prophet Muhammad in their daily life. So I'm going to be reading the content of the hadith right now. I'm going to be reading the content. It says, narrated, okay, I'm going to be very brief because the hadith is very long. narrated Kharija bin Zahid bin Thabit, whom Allah, an Ansari woman who gave Bahar, that's the plate, the prophet informed me. The Ansar drew lot concerning the dwellers of the emigrants. We got in our share Uthman bin Mazun. Uthman fell ill, and I nursed him till he died, and we covered him in his clothes.
2 minutes more.
Then the prophet came to us, and I addressing the body, said, "O Abu Sahib, may Allah have mercy upon you. I bear witness that Allah has honored you." On that the prophet said, "How do you know that Allah has honored him?" I replied, "I do not know. May my mother and my father be sacrificed for you, O Allah's apostle, O Allah's messenger. But who else is worthy of it, if not Uthman?" He said, "As to him, by Allah's death, death has overtaken him, and I hope the best for him. By Allah, though," please check this out, this is very important. It says, "By Allah, though I'm a messenger of Allah, yet I do not know what he will do to me." I do not know what Allah will do to me. By Allah, I will never assert pity of anyone after him. And the narration goes doors and doors. Here Muhammad is saying in their deeds again, but by Allah, he does not know what Allah would do to him. So if Muhammad is not sure of his salvation, if Allah cannot guarantee Muhammad that you are going to be saved in particular, how can Muritala Ogunfemi, a Muslim brother of mine, be sure of his own salvation?
1 minute more.
There is nothing like that. Now, before I round off, oh my God, there are a lot of things to say, but let me just quickly take a look at this verse. Quran chapter 33, verse 55. I won't read it, but my brother was saying that that verse actually guarantees the Muslim, paradise and all of that. Now, these are the sayings of Allah. Allah is saying this thing. He's telling the Muslim generally. But out of those Muslims he's telling generally, the one that is the core Muslim, who is Muhammad, the leader of the Ummah, the leader of the Muslim, the one that Allah told this other Muslim to emulate, was not sure of this promise. So how can you be so sure? If Muhammad is not sure of this same promise that you are bragging about, how can you be so sure? How are you sure that this is not a scam? Are you sure that at the end of the day, by the time you get the day of judgment, you discover that this is mere falsehood and this is lie? Now in Quran chapter 68 verse 3, Allah says that he can mislead anyone astray and he can guide anyone aright. Look at what I won't be able to read it. Maybe I'll be able to get that later. It says that Allah can mislead anyone and he can guide them aright. Meaning that if Allah wills, he can mislead anyone, including those who call themselves the followers of Muhammad. So thank you very much for this platform. I hope again that my brother will be able to reconsider this. Thank you.